What up, gang? Welcome to the channel. I'm back with another video. Listen, I want all the new CDL drivers to listen up, man. If you are in trucking school right now in the process of getting your CDL, I want you guys to stay encouraged, man. I also want you guys to understand that, you know, depending on what trucking institution you go to get your training, obviously the time period it varies depending on where you go. I know for me, when I was in trucking school, it was a 3-week course. I know some courses are longer than that. I've seen some as long as, 8 weeks. So, it varies. But the reason I'm making this video, man, is because I was watching a video yesterday from a young man who's currently in trucking school, and just his tone, he sounded like he was a little discouraged. I won't say defeated, but he sounded like he was a little bit discouraged. And it's early on in his training. I believe he's still working on trying to get his permit. He hasn't started driving yet, from what I gathered just by everything he was saying. But I think one of the issues he was having was that he was still learning. I guess he's practicing the general knowledge portion, trying to get his permit. But he was saying that basically the institution or his instructors was trying to get him to move along a little bit quicker than he wanted to, because I don't know if he was having a tough time retaining the information or what, but he was saying that the process was going a little bit faster than he would like, and he kind of felt rushed getting through that process. So, I get where he's coming from, but at the same time, you gotta understand, with these trucking schools, I think it's fair to say the majority of them are no longer than a month. The majority of them, the training, 3 weeks to a month. So they're trying to turn people over, right? They're trying to get students out of there as fast as possible. Now that may sound crazy, but at the end of the day, they want to make money. So you got to understand, when you go to some of these trucking institutions, I mean, you know what you're signing up for if you enrolling into some of these courses. I mean, they tell you up front how long the course is going to be. So that's just one of those things you got to know. But for anybody that's interested in getting their CDL, if you haven't started your training yet and you undecided about what institution you want to go to, I think that's one thing you definitely should do, is find out how long the course is. And me personally, I would already be studying for my permit. I would already be studying. I mean, that's what I was doing before I even started trucking school. I was already studying for my permit before I started school. And that first week, we went to the DMV to take our test to get our permit. So I don't know how other trucking institutions work, if most of them make you go down to the DMV the first week, but that's what we did. So it was like the third day, and they made us go and get our the third day of school, they made us go to the DMV to get our permit. And if you failed it, they made you, or I don't know why I'm saying made you, but if you failed it, you had to go and retake it the next day. So, it was pretty easy if you study for it. I recommend using the CDL Prep app by Jeffrey Diaz. It's pretty much on every mobile device. You can find it in the App Store. That's a pretty credible app to use if you're studying for your if you're studying to get your CDL. Also, you can use it for your endorsements as well. So it helped me tremendously. And if you use that app, the majority of the questions and answers are pretty much verbatim with what you see when you go down to the DMV to take your test. So it's pretty spot on. I think there was only, maybe a couple questions that I didn't recognize. But if you study that, you should be good to go. There's no reason why you can't pass that test. So, but yeah, you should already, know how long the training is going to be before you even enroll, right? And just understand, man. And this is no shot at my guy who video I watched, just in case he watched this video. But you just got to understand that they're trying to get people in and out. And I know this trucking and more training, I think is better. Like if you go into a community college, the community college that offer training, that's usually a little bit longer than some of these, trucking schools. I think if you go to a community college, you'll probably get a little bit, the training to be a little bit more thorough and hands-on, because those are typically around 8 weeks or so. But I just want to make this video, man, for the new CDL drivers, man, or for some of you that's in training. Just keep your head up, stay positive, take your time, learn as much as you can. But don't get discouraged, man. Trust me, even when you start driving and you get on the road, that could be a struggle at times. You gotta understand, you gotta learn a lot of this information in a very short period of time. So don't be surprised if you make some mistakes. Everybody that's driving right now started where you are. So don't feel bad about making a mistake, man. The more reps you get, the more time behind the wheel, whenever you do get out of training and you start your first trucking job, that's when you start getting better. It just comes with experience. So that's what I want to say about that. Good luck to each and every one of you that's trying to get your CDL. Alright, now aside from that, let me see how much time I got, because I don't want to make this video too long. Alright. What is good money? I want to touch on that for a little bit. What is good money in trucking? That question right there, man, is very subjective. I think it's a lot of factors come into play when you talk about what is good money. You know, it really all depends on who you're talking to. It depends on the location. A lot of different things. For example, you know, if you live somewhere in, let's just say, Louisiana, you know, $70,000 a year will go a little bit further there than it would in California or New York. So that's one thing to think about. And then also, I think it depends on the individual. And when I say the individual, I'm talking about the individual's financial situation. You know, your living expenses, all of that type of stuff. I think that plays a factor too. Not necessarily in terms of what's good money, but whether or not you need to get a job where you're making, you know, $100,000 a year, or whether or not you can get a job making, you know, $60,000 or $70,000 a year. That's all gonna come down to what your living expenses allow you to do. What are your financial obligations? Some people can't afford to get a job paying, you know, $70,000 a year based on their financial obligations. But I would say in most places around the U.S., $2,000 a week, $1,800 a week, you should be able to get by. That's just my opinion. For some places, you can get by with less than that. So again, if you're good with managing your money and you don't have a lot of outrageous expenses, you definitely can get by making a lot less than that. So at the end of the day, I mean, that's what it comes down to. Managing your money. How well are you at managing your money? I think that's the biggest thing. One of the things that I'm focusing on right now and I'm really being intentional about is paying off debt. Really intentional about paying off debt. So at one point I was putting almost 30% of my weekly income into my investing portfolios. I cut back probably about a month ago because I took a lump sum of money out of my emergency fund to pay off some debt. So now I cut back to about 21% of my weekly income to invest, so I can build back up my savings the way I want it. So paying off debt is really something that I'm prioritizing right now, because I want to free up as much cash as I can so I can save and invest more of my money. And I'm also trying to, you know, increase my credit score. Right now it's sitting at a 718. It's getting updated in a few more days, so we'll see what it is then. It should go up. But that's where my mindset is at right now, man. The more money you can free up that you can save and invest with, the better. So for me, it's delayed gratification on so many different things. I'm cool on not going to certain places, not buying certain things. I don't need it right now. Like, for me, it's like needs and wants. So I really take a hard look at the things that I want and the things that I need. If it's a want, I'm not doing it right now. So, and it's only because I know where I'm trying to get to. You know, I got some really big goals, so I can't really just be, you know, wasting money or making stupid financial mistakes. Just trying to really be a good steward of my money right now. So you know, when you know better, you do better. And that's where I'm at right now with it. So I don't feel like I'm missing anything right now. I got a football game coming up that I plan to go to. It's really a birthday gift to myself in November. I'm going to the Colorado and Texas Tech game in Texas. First week in November, I think it is, November 9th. I already got tickets. I feel like I should have got my tickets earlier. Now they're like, I haven't seen the tickets come down under $800. So I don't know. We'll see with that. I may end up not going to that trip and just sell my tickets back on StubHub and make a profit off the tickets. I know I could make a profit off the tickets if I wait to sell them, get closer to game day. I'll definitely make a profit off of them. So I may end up doing that. We'll see. We will see, man. But y'all let me know, man, how y'all feel about good money. What does good money mean to you? Like I said, to me, you know, it's subjective. Some people are gonna say, yeah, $2,000 a week, it is good money. $1,800 a week is good money. $1,500 a week is good money to some people. It's really all about who you're talking to. Some people are very frugal, and you know, some people don't really have a lot of expenses. So that answer is going to be different depending on who you're talking to. But anyway, guys, listen, I appreciate all the support, and I'll see y'all on the next one.